Filterinos, and welcome to the Pop Filter Podcast, the progenitor of the superhero show, nay, our movie of the year, Netflix, the OCD. This is the only podcast conglomerate with the science and the screaming to determine what the greatest pieces of pop culture have been for this entity's existence. I'm your host, Mike. This is the last of the anniversary shows, and I'm so excited to do Mixtape 2011 through 2020. What are the best 15 songs of a decade? Not easy at all. Also, I can't count. Each one of our panelists has 3 picks, and maybe there will be some golden tickets. With me for far too long is one Ryan.
I think this is insane that you said that everyone gets 3 and I only get 3 and I don't get more. I don't get more than other people.
Here's my problem is I love the idea of the golden ticket, which is if somebody's on a hot streak, the board slips me a paper.
Yeah.
And they get an extra pick. But the way Ryan acts, he will fucking never get one. Never.
I love
you're
how
my partner. You're my friend. You're the love of my life.
I love
you
how
will never.
Mike is reacting to my disposition like it's the first time he's ever met me right now, as opposed to having 11 years of having me grind my sandpaper up his giant asshole for 11 years.
Well, the only way to react to you the way I am right now is either if it's the first time or if you've been putting up with this shit for over a decade. And canonically, we did meet the very first episode of Pop Filter. We followed a flyer that said podcast, and we went, what is a podcast? And went into a dark alley to figure out what that is. And we met each other and started recording.
And I want everyone to know that I am acting like a fucking Lothario right now. Like a goddamn somebody who took a love potion and just speaks like an amazingly handsome person, while Mike is like somebody who has been in rehab for 3 months and then takes one sip of raisin dripped alcohol, and now it sounds like a goddamn monster right now. You sound like a goddamn rehab monster.
I have several issues with what you're saying. One, the official stance of Pop Filter is not that if you go to rehab, you're a monster. We are totally fine in supporting you through your struggles. You sack of shit.
If you suck the butt of raisins just to get a little drip of alcohol, that's what you sound like right now.
I heard it through the grapevine that it would be a good high, so I did.
Jesus.
And you don't have to tell people you sound like a Lothario. You just do, man. George Clooney doesn't have to say, look how smooth and hot I sound.
Stop
you
it.
troglodyte. With us also as often is co-host of Movie of the Year. You know him. You love him. You hope he's there so mommy and daddy don't scream the way we've been. It's Greg.
I'm here. Don't worry, everybody. I'm going to put together a little song and dance routine that's going to make everybody forget that they're mad at each other.
But Greg, fuck Mike, though, right?
Honestly, you guys have an energy with each other that I think is very unique to the two of you and is a creative force. And so I support that. But I think you're both doing your best.
Creative forces are also destructive forces.
There you go, right? I mean, destruction is an act of creation.
If Greg is that zen, chilled out co-host, we have another show that likes to say, oh, is that house on fire? I'm going to murder the firemen. Here's some gasoline. We got Cassie, host of the Superhero Show.
What's up? And I would like to point out both of your guys' good traits and your bad traits. Just kidding, just your bad traits. Do
it. I fucking dare you.
You call my bluff. I absolutely cannot, but I do want to keep you guys apart from each other. You're too powerful.
Weak ankles. You each have weak ankles.
We each have a weak ankle.
But they're opposite ones, so you guys do still complete each other.
From our pals at the Unnatural 20s, we have Caitlin, and also often, like, I don't know, our fifth Beatle on the Superhero Show these days.
Hi. Yes, it's me. I'm always here. I'm like a beetle, I never die. And I will fly into your hair and stay there.
And Caitlin, you enjoy being called Katie, yes?
No.
How about Lil Lynn?
Oh, Little Lynn?
I'll take that. It sounds kind of
What
fun.
about Katie Little Lin?
Oh, no.
Kale Dukes.
I'll take it. I'll take the Kale.
Right.
Kale Dukes?
Kale Dukes.
I like that
I think
one.
that's your Scottish name.
like-
I like that. No, we got the Okie out of you with that one. Also, our Okie from Beloki, and that means, of course, our pal from Texas and host of Hat News and Root Beer Reviews. It is Taylor Wilhite.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on over
Real
here?
voice.
Well, I know. Sometimes I drop into a little bit of this. Shoot, man.
Yeah, he's just turned into a sexy boomhound.
Yeah,
That's
man,
crazy.
Dang old going off there.
You're
old
normally
fella.
handsome, but right now there's something going on.
Yeah. Put me in some
Even more.
Wranglers. Let's see what goes on.
Is it booty in your Wranglers? What's the line?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Taylor, how do you feel about mine and Ryan's chemistry?
It's, I've gotten up close and personal with it on many an occasion, and I've never cracked that chemical formula personally.
Nope.
But he's tried. Oh,
Yeah.
has he
Few
tried?
have tried, many have died, I think is what they say.
Oh, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find
Yeah,
it.
Mike. The thing that everybody says is few have tried, many have tried. That's what everyone always says.
If you listened, I said few have tried, many have died. Ass.
Without even trying. That's the saddest part.
Yeah. They just came in our bubble.
And then died.
And our final panelist of the evening, also from the Unnatural 20s, is the meanest of the trio, some have said, McKenna, a.k.a. Bugs.
That's an absolute fact. And you know what? Every time we're on a show, the Unnatural 20s come on, I wait for the day we just stop being invited because we're just too much. But I think it is Ryan and Mike's chemistry and chaos that distracts them from forgetting how much they hate having us on the show. So I think it's a win in that way.
We're in the middle of one of those cartoon fights where it's just a cloud and limbs and heads are flying out of it, so we don't know the weird, gross shit you guys are saying.
Exactly.
I will say, having been an avid listener and fan of the Unnatural 20s for years now, you guys act really on your best behavior in these shows. And
You're
when you're at
welcome.
your home, you fucking air out your dirty laundry, and it's way sicker.
It's bonkers. Yeah.
I'm going to say to the listeners now, you should go listen to the Unnatural 20s, and they'll plug it at the end as well. But don't expect these mild-mannered, very polite, thoughtful people who have things to say about culture over on their show.
No. You're going to hear what goes down in the back.
It's a bunch of trash bags. Tonight we are building a mixtape, which is our favorite thing to do. Very difficult to do. We each have 3 picks. The first and last song are concrete. Once they're in, they are in. Everything else is mutable and movable. And the order is how I decided at the time. It's serpentine, because why not? 1 song per artist over the decade. So, if a Kendrick song gets picked, you can't do a different song from a different album. I mean, he had 3, at least. 4 if you count Black Panther that came out in this decade. Everybody not in agreement, legally binding? Good.
Yes, we agree.
Nod.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's music time. Ryan Montfrere, we are back, and you are in the hot seat. You kick this party off, and it cannot be moved.
So, Mike, this is so crazy. It's been so long since I got this fucking moment, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone, not arguing with Mike, not being like, here's a pitchfork, here's a torch. Don't let him do this.
Yeah, stop treating me like a Frankenstein monster.
Stop treating me. Stop treating me like things. I hate
Sorry, my
being treated.
old world accent came out.
I hate being treated like Chesney.
Augusta Glute.
I want to get an artist locked down right now. I don't know. I feel like I look at all of you right now. I look at my 2 feelings. What 2 feelings do I have right now when I look at all of you? And
Lust
this
and
is the
rage.
decade to me.
I've been drinking. I get filthy when that liquor get it to me. I've been thinking. Why can't I keep my fingers off it, baby? I want you. Nah.
Wait, should I sing along with this?
Can I keep my
Yeah.
fingers off it, baby? I
But just the
want
Jay-Z
you.
part.
Cigars on ice. Cigars on ice.
Feeling like an animal with these
Now,
calling my grill.
This is a hot commodity, Ryan. You got Beyonce in the first round, first pick. Smart move.
Thank you.
Did you have trouble picking what song
I
by
wanted
Bey you'd wanted?
Mike, I know that everybody wanted Formation on this album, but I want a countdown because she's like 10. Here's a pun with 10. Here's a pun with the number 9. Here's a pun with the number 8. I wanted that, but Drunken Love is just, my God, it's just. I think that it is the anthem of our decade.
And yeah, when I think of you and me and us,
And go ahead and think of
it's
me right now.
Drunken Love. And it is the song that taught us that
We be all night.
a healthy breakfast could be breastises.
And I would like to step away from all of everything that Jay-Z says in this song because Jay-Z does say you would not be popular Without Me to Beyonce on her like 4th album when she has already owned the world, and that is not why we are picking this. We are just picking this for the Beyonce part. Yeah.
Everybody else, are you mad Ryan got Beyonce, or you're mad at this song?
I'm not mad about either.
No,
Yeah, I'm fine with
I'm
it.
fine with it.
Beyonce needed to be on here. Obviously, she's one of the hugest artists of that decade. So, and it's a good song. I don't know about the vibe to open it.
Yeah, this is like a morning after, like late in the night, where everything's like wobbly but still fun.
I think it's a good start. It's gonna be funky.
Okay.
It like sets the tone right away.
It comes in with a very like low key but strange intro, so I think that's a really good opening for a playlist. It's like, I don't know what I'm in for. This could be anything.
Right. But you know you're partying. You know you're going to get
You're moving,
shit-faced.
you're grooving, you're shaking.
You're
it.
going to wake up in a kitchen. The only other Beyonce song that, like, because there's Formation, I did think that would be everybody's too. Mine is Don't Hurt Yourself. I love that song. I don't think it's talked about enough. I love Jack White. What a fun way to slip Jack White in here as well.
But
All right.
I do think it's a bummer to not have Countdown. But we have to
Ryan,
move on.
I agree.
Great
I agree.
opener. Up next, Cassie.
What's up? Okay, so mine definitely it can't follow Beyonce, but this is
Well, it literally has to.
But I'm just saying I need everybody to come together here and push this further down. But I need to get Mac Miller on here. I want to put Party on Fifth Ave because so I've got to put Mac Miller on an album, the 2020 mixtape, but it was his bummer one, and this guy's a fun guy. So I want one of his fun songs on here. This is just selfish. Party on. He is dead. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Eminem.
That's not a party.
I've never heard this.
Fun one.
I think I see where it's going, this one is. Hey, been around the world and back, yeah, I did that. Still kick raps that cause impact. So where my kids at? These motherfuckers hating, sounding funnier than Sinbad. I'm ill as the pills that they give you when you can laugh. This, that, the other, kiss your mother with that mouth.
It's just got a fun beat and a fun vibe to it. It's
Yeah.
all I just want to keep. I feel like when you're doing 10 years, let's just make it fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a party, right? We got a party for the end of the world. And so I'm an old, I've been told. And all I knew from Mac
Don't be
Miller
bold.
was... Thank you. I have a slight cold. The album with his, like...
Let's not outshine Mac Miller right after, you guys.
the album, I mean, maybe if he rapped better, he'd still be alive.
That did rhyme.
I've been told that's not a thing I should say. I know so little about this guy except for that he died and he had that face with the blurry album that's super bummer, but good.
I can't believe that Macklemore died and you guys are acting like this.
There would be a parade
Ryan's also an old.
if Macklemore died.
Is this the Macklemore song that had to be on here? Other youths? Are you surprised that this is the pick? Did I say Macklemore?
Yes. Just dancing on a man's grave is what this podcast is.
This, if I could return to the song just briefly, it does have sort of like an old school hip hoppy sound. That's a fun like throwback sound it's got going there.
He uses that a lot because that's what he was like raised on, and he like there's videos of him as a kid rapping over those tracks. So he just has fun with that stuff.
Oh, that was the early 80s.
Yeah.
Dope.
I mean, I made a baby cry.
Pick the main
Just like the
baby
early
pick.
80s did.
And also, we do have to be clear that Mac Miller is not the same as Macklemore.
No. We all knew that. I was joking when I slipped that out.
That was all a joke.
And it landed. It was such a good
It was
one.
good.
Caitlin,
That's
save
your host.
my skin.
All right. So I'm actually gonna go after Cassie on mine, and it's gonna be "Let Me Love You" by Neo. And I can't believe this song came out in 2012. And it's just one of those bops. It's slower, but it does bop. And so I'm gonna need some people to pad this in.
Much as you blame yourself, you can't be blamed for the way that you feel.
As always, I wish it was a video podcast because Taylor is singing along, dancing. He has two threads. Just sewing a shirt together.
How can you understand something that you never had? Oh, baby, if you let me, I can help help you out with all of that.
Does it get good later?
Let me love you.
Yeah, there it is.
Until you learn to love yourself. Girl, let me love you. I know you're trying.
Okay, I think I'm shit-faced drunk like the polka dot man in the club to this.
See, it's important to point out that when you're doing a mixtape, it's not like the greatest songs of all time. It's not that these are the greatest songs of the decade or from the greatest albums.
When we did best albums, that bracket, that's when we did that. This is time to get crazy.
But that's a banger.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
a
that's a
banger.
bop.
Love this song.
Yeah.
People forget about Neo, and they shouldn't.
No.
It's because the second
I forgot
two
that I've never heard
Matrix
of him.
movies were so bad.
You know what? I
It's
thought they
cool
were
that you
fine.
guys all
They
got
got
together.
metaphorical.
You guys all got together and went, well, let's make this a mixtape of songs Mike's never heard. And thank you, I
I
guess, for
cannot-
introducing me to music.
Wait, you have not heard this song?
I've not heard the song, not heard of this artist. That's fine.
You've never
It's
heard
all
if it
Macklemore to
Neo?
me.
If it okay, if it doesn't have the words "pick it up" somewhere in it, Mike's never heard it.
Oh, you know the interrupters are going to show up at some point.
Sorry, there's no trumpets in this. But
Then what's
no.
the fucking point? At least the Mac Miller song had some horns in it.
You're supposed to stomp your feet and put your hands in the air and like lose your mind while you dance for a little bit. That's the
No,
point.
for sure. I do have a flashback to New Orleans when I was like 20 something.
Yeah, right?
Sweating my balls off to it. Sure.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good party anthem, but also it does start off slower.
And that's okay. But are you saying you want people to push it back?
Yeah,
Or you
I kind of
find
wanted to
where
push it back
is?
because I don't think it could follow right after Mac Miller.
You don't tell me where to put my songs
You
on
can
the
put it
mixtape.
wherever you want, but
So far, both Cassie and Caitlin have been like, I don't want my song to live where I'm making it live right now. Like, they didn't have a fucking choice.
it can only afford so much.
You
okay?
sound like congressmen.
That's the worst insult ever been said on any of our shows.
That's why I'm silent. I'm just really sitting with it.
All right.
I have to own that.
I
That's
have to.
on me.
I'm so sorry.
Rounding out the U20s block is Mac.
Yeah,
Anna,
I
not
am.
Mac Miller.
Not Mac Miller, just
Not
McKenna.
Macklemore.
I am going to bring a song I know Mike knows, so this will
Thank
be
you
the
so
first
much,
introduction.
friend.
And I think I want it to go right after Beyonce. I had a different song for that slot, but we can still add it later. My next choice, it's going to be a song by Taylor Swift. It's The New Romantics, which is off of her 1989 album. One of, I think, her best albums of the last 10 years. So, and a fun bop.
I knew you were going to pick Taylor Swift. I didn't even try.
Well, yeah.
Taylor and Beyonce off the table.
All bored. We're all so tired of everything we wait for. Trains that just aren't coming. We show off our different scarlet letters. Trust me, mine is better. We're so young, but we're on the road to ruin. We play dumb, but we know exactly what we're doing. We cry tears of mascara in the bathroom.
It's got the
Now-
beat. It's got the BPM. I like it.
It Beyonce the air part, sure. I think it's clear that obviously Taylor had to be on this playlist. More obviously, it had to be from 1989. Was it hard to pick which one?
It was. I was leaning towards Blank Space because that's a bop that everyone kind of sings to. But I feel like this vibe is kind of a positive, like it's a the world sucks and we suck too, but we're still going to celebrate ourselves kind of song. And like
that message.
decade wise, feels right. So
Decade-wise, this group-wise. Also, where its placement in the album, people are just eating chips and kind of being like, oh, I haven't seen you, why? How are you doing? So it's okay if it's sort of in the background.
How do you listen to albums, Mike? So many bowls of chips. Two things. One, that we all we were like, oh, it's so hard to have 3 songs. Like, this is so hard to do this mixtape. We all crossed off something because we all had a Taylor Swift song.
I so far have crossed 9 songs off my possible choices.
Wow.
It's all because of Ryan and McKenna. It's not fucking because of Cassie and Caitlin at all.
Weird. I don't know why.
He loves Neo and Mac Miller. Books. You went for Taylor Swift, and I knew you were. And I think off of 1989, I would have chosen Style instead of this one. But I like this pick, but I would have chosen Style, I think.
Oh, my second thing. I didn't say my second thing. I own this on vinyl. I do. I really do.
I don't think you need a douchey preparatory phrase to say a douchey thing, Ryan. You could have just said, "Hey guys, I have this on vinyl."
I mean, I do though.
Up next is Greg.
Okay, so yeah, I want to put a baby making vibe in this,
Okay.
Shit.
and I feel like
Yeah.
Drunken Love starts it off, and this might be really bad form to like go too heavy into the sensual music early on, but in the second position, it's Rihanna Work.
Okay.
And this is an instantly recognizable song. Hard to pick just one Rihanna song, but I feel like this is her best. Drake is on it. I'm sorry. It's very hard to pick music.
I'm so
Wait,
sorry.
Is Drake done though? Is Drake done for the album?
is what?
Is Drake done for the album?
No, he's just featuring.
Yeah.
Something about that work. When you walk a line. I'm in the cafe, drive me a dessert. No time to have you lurking. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right.
So we're coming on pretty hot and heavy early on.
It was a good pick, though.
But yeah, I feel like it's establishing a vibe, and I'm just gonna say it. Everybody wants me to be the one to say it, so I will. It was a sensual decade. Okay, it was definitely a very sensual decade, and this is a very sensual song.
It was
But
a really
also fun and
ass-forward
complicated.
decade. I would
Yeah.
say.
That's true.
Put your butt in the air and see what happens.
Yeah, I famously do not like Drake, and he's in the song and in the video. And the whole time he looks like so uncomfortable, like I don't know if this is okay. And Rihanna is all over him, and I just want something bad to happen to him, right? Like I mean, not
wore
like
a-
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a milk-colored turtleneck.
falling
What
off
else?
something, or something falls on him, just like something, something in that neighborhood.
Rihanna has recently become the richest
billionaire?
female pop
Yeah.
star.
She's a
Alive, I think.
billionaire.
The first time the
Self-
millennials were like, well, maybe there should be one billionaire.
She's self-made, and like they have like self-made scores on Forbes. And she rated a 10 out of 10, which everyone else on the list is like 7 or like got it.
Where
from her
does
husband or
Kylie
something.
Jenner? Because I've heard people describe her as a self-made millionaire, which is one of the biggest things of horseshit I've ever heard.
When I looked on Forbes, I didn't see her
Good. Then
above
Forbes is legit.
Rihanna, but I can't remember. I looked on Friday, but I can't remember.
But a pop star is a billionaire. That's insane. $1 billion
'cause her-
is
her-
so much.
Why it's so much. Why she's awesome is not just her music, but her makeup line, and then her hey, everybody wants to feel sexy lingerie line. That she is the first person to be like, what if I made this for more than Twiggies, and just made lingerie for all body types.
No.
So what we say to you is work.
Work.
Okay, work, Rihanna.
I'm up next. I want to keep the vibe going. And, I'm going to transition in between work and the New Romantics. I don't know. No, New Romantics and Party on 5th is where I'm going. And it could go later. You guys could keep pushing stuff. It is Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. I don't know if it's too early in the night to get sad and sexy dancing.
But I do think, much like Rihanna and Beyonce, the person who got Frank Ocean, that was a big thing.
That's big, yeah.
Yeah, we were all scrambling for it.
Around my room before you came, excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain in Southern California, much like Arizona. My eyes don't shed tears, but boy they pour when I'm thinking about you. Oh no, I've been thinking about you. You know.
I mean, Mike, I only get 3 songs on this album, and I spent a solid 45 minutes thinking about which Frank Ocean song I would put on my list.
Same. And this one feels obvious, but it's like obvious for a reason. It is. It's so sad and sexy and lonely, and I think it's clear the vibe we're putting for this decade is we showed up to this party shit-faced, and we're already just kind of swaying and slurring along to every song.
It's like we were born on first base, and we're told it was third. What the fuck? What the fuck?
And it turns out this is a dinner party. We're just going to be over here, keeping to ourselves.
Grinding a lamp.
Is it the leg lamp from A Christmas Story? Because
I get. That
I'd
I
go
get.
for it. I'd go for it.
Is it the leg lamp from A Christmas Story? These are all 2010 songs.
Yeah, that is too early. We all know. We all did the research.
Yeah.
No, that's way early in 2010. I was in high school when fucking that song came out.
Yeah, I know. We're all old as shit.
Yeah. That song
all
came out in like
old as shit.
1964.
No, you're thinking of A Christmas Story. Okay, Taylor, you killed the first round.
Okay, and now this pick that I'm picking is gonna be the end of the playlist, and we put it.
You're doing it right now?
I think so.
That's insane.
And also, hold on, before he goes, this is not a snake draft, Mike. This is not a serpentine draft. It goes back to
We did it
me.
last time.
No, we have never done it. Not mixtape.
We did it last time
No,
like
we
that.
did
Who's
not.
the host,
No,
Ryan?
we did not.
Who's the host, Ryan?
Son of a bitch.
It is serpentine.
Swear to fucking
I remember
Christ.
it being serpentine.
It was
It's
serpentine
not
last
serpentine.
time.
It's always
It was last time. We had this argument last time.
Taylor, go ahead.
So I, even with the sort of diatribe against him that Greg put forward, I think that it's hard to not have a Drake specific song on this decade.
No, keep going.
If there's one artist that arguably owned the decade, it's probably Drake. So I had to pick a Drake song, and I wanted to lock it down, and I had to think, what's like the best Drake song? And I think I have one that is great for a closer, and it's Hold On, We're Going Home. It is from the last album that I would argue is all good from Drake. It's still arguably early Drake, before we were all tired of him. And it's just...
Back when he
got-
still had the original writers.
Exactly.
I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your high love and emotion endlessly. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You
I like this. I wish I didn't know it was Drake.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just never want to hear Drake say you're a good girl.
Yeah, it's...
Because
Listen.
he's singing to fucking Millie Bobby
Yeah.
Brown, and that's gross.
Yeah. But
Yikers.
here's why we couldn't get by without one Drake song. And here's why I wanted to lock this one down now and wanted to lock it down as the final. This is a song that as soon as it starts, you're like, I'm in a car and I'm driving off into the sunset. Like,
Sunrise.
or the
How do you
sunrise. Well, according to this party playlist that we've constructed, we're showing up shit face.
Yeah.
We're just waving our hands in the air, and then we sober up. We get in the car as the sun rises, and we drive off onto the horizon. And that's the vibe that I want to close out this playlist with, and that's what I needed to lock it down.
And you chose that over like one of Bill Cosby's stand-up bits, or
I thought about it.
Well, me and my brother were in a bunk bed.
Dude, that was like a Cosby Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan,
hybrid.
right? Like,
In my bunk bed.
What I like is that it feels like Lesser Weekend, and why not end the playlist then?
I thought that Greg's Rihanna song handled Drake, and that we could be good for the album.
We all have a lot of shit to talk on Taylor, but you know what?
No,
Taylor's,
hey,
he
fine.
spoketh.
I
No.
thought that I was doing a good pick. That's fine.
You did what you got to do, and it's the final song, and nobody can dispute it. We are going to take the quickest of breaks, and when we come back, more music.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening so far. And let me just tell you that everything ahead of this commercial is much better than what came before it. That's my guarantee. While I have you here, let me tell you about a website. It's called YourPopFilter.com. And it's everything you need that's related to Pop Filter. Everything Mike, everything Ryan, everything Greg, everything Cassie, everything is there at YourPopFilter.com. While you're there, go to YourPopFilter.com/Amazon. Make that your new Amazon bookmark and do your shopping from there. That way, we get a little piece of the action and Amazon doesn't. Make sure you're also listening to everything that Pop Filter has to offer, which includes the Superhero Show, a podcast that covers every single TV show that's based on a comic book or comic book property, and Movie of the Year, where we sit down and try and figure out what is the single greatest movie of any given year. That's Superhero Show. That's Movie of the Year. And that's YourPopFilter.com. Rate, subscribe, review. Bye.
Ryan Montfrere, the friend I've never gotten in a fight with, you are around next.
Oh, Mike. What should we do?
Oh, do we do a joint pick?
Do you want to do a joint pick? Actually, Mike, I have noticed that you have not given me a...
Nobody's gotten a barrel.
What do we need to do in order to get one of those?
Not beg for one. Hey, Cassie, don't worry. You get 2 songs your next pick.
There she goes.
Yes.
She goes.
Can I
That
get
came
one?
out in the 90s. Cannot
Damn
be
it.
on this playlist.
I think that Mike, every single time that the Me First and the Gimme Gimmes were available to do a song,
Yes.
I always put them on the playlist,
Uh-huh.
and now I will not. I only get 3 songs. And so I think that in between Rihanna and Taylor Swift, guys, we have this.
We're all... Wait for it. So you went with The Power of Love instead of This Is Me. I knew a song from this album had to be here. We Are Who We Are, unfortunately.
Cassie, yes, this is The Power of Love by Design Glory.
And this is Me right now.
But yeah, I thought that only one decade could show the 80s what is up and how to write music. And it's fucking pop punk in 2010.
And longtime listeners will remember that song is something that you play like every single episode.
Often. I play
Yeah.
often.
I was going to say, the only reason that I know that song is that Ryan has played it every time we've done a music-based episode ever.
Well, Ryan, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm crossing off a thing right now.
Oh, that's adorable,
Send
Mike.
it off.
Am I getting a gold ticket?
We'll see. We'll
Sound like
see.
Agatha.
I can do this.
Well, don't give anything away yet.
Oh, okay. Also, it's not working.
Cassie, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with my party vibe down here, which means I gotta go with my back.
No,
Spider-Man.
If I could put the Spider-Man boogie on here, I would. Sadly,
Oh,
it was
shit.
before this, but
It's
I can't.
allowed.
Spider-Man
Shaking
boogie.
his little bum.
yes.
But I'm gonna go back to back with me, and I'm gonna put on Die Young by Kesha.
Oh, yes.
Because Kesha needs to be on here, and this was probably the biggest song from that album that came out during this decade, and it still bangs. It has some good little punches you can do to it.
I love how shit-faced and drunk this playlist is.
Yeah, we're getting drunk.
I hear your heartbeat to the beat of the drums. Oh, what a shame that you came here with someone. So while you're here in my arms, let's make the most of the night like we're gonna die young. We're gonna die young. We're gonna die young. Let's make the most of the
What I love about Kesha, and this is going to sound sarcastic, but I mean it sincerely, she taught me you don't have to be able to sing to be a pop star. I fucking love the way that she little kids who sing like me, you too can be a star one day, and it really feels good.
And she was before Carly made it. Like, she put in the rough work of getting shitted on for making fun songs. And, we have all these fun songs now, and now we can appreciate them.
Oh, shit. Carly Rae Jepsen. I should have put her. That's what I should have paid.
Oh, somebody would slit your throat.
That's who I should
Listen,
have chosen.
if someone takes it, that's fine.
Okay.
What's going on here?
Noted.
Yeah.
Have a cup.
I was too afraid to even put one on my list.
No, I didn't. I was afraid that I thought about it for too long. But we're here to talk about Kesha. I like
This
Kesha
Taylor
in
is
my
Boom
head.
Night is in your window.
Kesha is Lady Andrew WK to me. It's just like
Yes.
such fun,
Oh, that's
big,
perfect.
dumb on purpose.
Yeah.
And this, fuck yeah, Cassie.
Hell yeah.
And it's not clear if it's totally a joke or just partially a joke or maybe not even a little bit of a joke.
Yeah.
I kick my feet up high and my name rhymes with ketchup.
She literally has a song that's called Dinosaur, and she spells dinosaur, and it's talking about old men. And
Well, we know
It's
she
an
likes guys who
old man.
dance and look like Mick Jagger, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, she. I love her so much.
I'm glad Kesha's on here.
She's got to be on there.
I feel like you could have picked any song off that album, and I would have been happy. I love Kesha.
Yeah.
Cassie, you did get a golden ticket.
Oh, I legitimately have a golden ticket. Hell yeah.
I'm not going to lie and say somebody has one and not really give it to them.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, 100%.
Yep.
That's exactly what I was gonna put on next. Cassie,
Where do I put it is the only thing, but obviously he has to go on here, and it's got to be this one that put him on the map. Wow. Do I just continue up my little vibe here?
Okay, you're picking good songs, but just having a block of Cassie
It's a problem.
bugs me
I
in
know.
principle.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna
Is this the biggest song of the decade?
Yes,
I probably
the biggest
is.
song of all time.
It was impossible to not put this on.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley,
A talented young Gen Z pop star who makes both rap fans and country fans uncomfortable. Fucking here for it.
And
I
think like the first artist who like gamed the TikTok algorithm to become a world famous superstar.
Yeah.
Yes. And reminded us that Billy Ray Cyrus fucking rips ass.
And has made stringing us along an art form. Like, just like piecing out little bits of music until we're just begging for a new album. And he's like, well, here's a new song.
And I gotta say,
yet.
I gotta say, what an incredible way to use a golden ticket of. Then of course, Old Town Road is going on the album.
Of course.
Of course, a horse goes on that Old Town Road. Caitlin, you are up next.
I legit had that on mine for next, but
Sorry.
I'm so glad I was going to
apologies.
ask you if you're going to do it. Because I'm going to actually go with Carly Rae Jepsen since Taylor has removed the ban, and I'm going to do the classic "Call Me Maybe."
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah.
Where are we
This,
putting it?
this song owned the time. It was,
It was, huge.
Everyone danced to it.
Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked at you as it fell, and now you
She wishes she was Rebecca Black.
asked for a guy's phone number. What kind of world is that?
I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Anybody
Caitlin.
else thinking of that DJ game that we used to play?
Yes.
Where like
Oh,
you could
yeah.
take guess that bum, 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 and put it in like every song?
It
every
works
song was
in
better with it.
every
Yeah.
song.
Every single one.
Where are we putting this?
I am going to put this. I think I'm going to do it after New Romantics and before Thinking About You, Frank Ocean. So in
Okay,
between
okay.
Taylor Swift and Frank Ocean.
Word.
We have to put a warning on this playlist that if you play it, you will make a baby, right?
Yeah.
At this point, like, it's straight up.
It's sexy as fuck.
Like,
Caitlin,
make sure
thank
your
you so
belt
much for
is
picking
cinched
this.
up. Yeah, do you approve of that choice? Does that work? Taylor?
Absolutely, yeah. It was. Listen, there's a lot that you could choose. It was, if I was choosing, it was either going to be this one, "Run Away with Me," or "Cut to the Feeling." So, like,
Yeah.
Cut to the Feeling is a better song.
Probably, but it's less of a big
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's-
what owned
I
the
think this
decade
was the
more?
bigger song, but everyone was wrong in that because "Cut to the Feeling" should be the biggest song in the universe. But I agree with this pick. Thank you, Caitlin, for choosing this.
I had a dream, or was it real? We crossed the line, and it was on. We crossed the line.
Shit, this is a good song, too.
I've been denying how I feel. You've been denying what you want. You want from me. Talk to me, baby.
I've never thought before, she gives me real Robin vibes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe I made a mistake.
It's a song that is so good that she didn't put it on an album because she said this song is too cinematic to fit in with other songs.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Carly
It will
Rae.
make
Yeah.
other
Yes.
songs less than.
Yeah.
Nice.
Carly Rae Scorsese for sure.
All right, coming up next is Mac.
Yeah, and I already know my placement. I want it to go After Work by Rihanna. And I'm going to add Janelle Monáe's Make Me Feel. There's a lot
Nice.
of good songs on this album, but I think this one's got the right vibe for the mixtape.
And which one? What does that song mean to you?
I don't know. It's good. It's got a good beat. You can. It's a good it's a sexy song, but it's also got a good dance vibe. So like, if you don't want to
Right.
be sexy, you get to dance.
It feels with the party. It doesn't make you sit and think like some of the songs on the album do.
Baby, don't make me spell it out for you. All of the feelings that I got for you can't be explained, but I can try for you. Yeah, baby, don't make me spell it out for you. You keep on asking me the same questions. Why? And second guessing all my intentions. Should know by the way I use my compression that you got the answers to my confessions. It's like I'm powerful.
Oh wait, hold on. No, go back.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
And emotional, sexual bender. Mess me up, yeah, but no one does it better. There's nothing better. That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you
All
make
right.
me feel.
How many people are crossing shit off their list right now?
I am for sure. I knew
Yeah,
that if
hands
I
up.
got a Beyonce, that somebody else was gonna take the Rihanna, somebody else was gonna take the Janelle Monáe. Like I'm bummed.
But that's the power trio of the decade.
Yeah, I would say so. Although we have not gotten to the Phoebe Bridgers and that version
Look,
yet.
we could do a whole nother version of this. This is the not party playlist of the last
Yeah.
decade, and that's where Phoebe lives.
Here's where that one guy comes out with a guitar
You
around a
get
campfire.
Phoebe, you get Katie Musgraves. There's just a lot of artists we love who won't show up tonight.
Listen, there might be a song on my list that won't get chosen that cuts 3 of those girls right out all in one. So,
Hey, sometimes we're all a boy genius.
exactly.
Next up, we see. Oh my God, a golden ticket, McKenna. You get another pick.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right. I'm going to bring some weird, and this song is The Last Decade, one of the ones that I personally played the most. Don't think many other people did, but I'm going to throw it on there anyway, and I'm going to break up this Cassie block we've got going by
Thank
throwing
you.
it under Mac Miller, and it's going to be Larry and His Flask, Ebb and Flow.
What's the artist's name?
Larry and His Flask.
Larry and His Flask. Okay, I thought you said a Larry and His Flask.
Yeah, so did I.
Sorry.
No,
That
Larry and His
sounds
Flask.
fancy.
Stomp and holler shit. I'm
Yeah.
guessing based on the name.
Oh, okay.
And I don't say that derogatorily. That's up my
No,
butt.
it's a you've got a good buzz, and now you need to work it out with like just some screaming and stomping.
To the fabric of a life that's lost, the large unnecessary cost of death. But underneath the shades of lonely, I can bend, but I can't bring you back and forth the steady sway of agony and irony, like ebony and ivory gone wrong.
I would say that despite the fact that there's been 14 songs on the playlist so far, this is the one that is the most us that has
Yeah.
been added.
Yeah.
Any band that has a honky tonk circle pit feels kind of us. Sorry, we are who we are. I love it, Mac. Do that weird. We've been too cool so far. Bring the us. Up next, Greg.
Okay, I'm going to follow Mac's lead, and I'm going to follow her position. I'm going to pick the most us band I think that I could think of, which is 100 Gex. I looked through the full catalog to pick the Gex that works best for me, and it was Money Machine. I think this gives you enough of the feeling, lets you know what 100 Gex is all about.
Thank you, Greg.
What we're all about. We're going to be young forever.
Yeah, it's shreddy, it's electronic, it's bonkers.
You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And then you'd love it. You text me, I love you. And then I'd fucking ghost you.
That's hit, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And the video is just the two of them dancing around a truck stop and looking at increasingly big trucks. Like, look how big this truck is! And headbanging so much that it makes me feel bad for their necks because they really go pretty hard at it. But yeah, there's just like a little bit of everything. The energy here, I think, is where like we've kind of moved into a period in the album where we're like bringing a little bit of the us, a little bit of our feeling to it. And I just thought we can't go without the Gex.
Gotta have Gex.
Without the Gex. All right, it is my turn. It's not my turn. Greg gets a golden ticket.
Oh, dang! Okay, let's see. What else can I... Okay, so a song that is definitely... I'm going to put this in the baby making part because it is FKA Twigs.
Yeah.
And it's 2 weeks.
Sad baby making.
Yes! And I'm going to put it between...
Turn Taylor into a wrestler.
I'm going to put FKA Twigs between Rihanna and Janelle Monáe.
You said 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it's been.
You goddamn son of a bitch. Yeah.
Come back and see me. 3 days to living room.
I love you so much, Ryan.
In this video, FKA Twigs proves that she can be very sexy just sitting still in a chair.
And fucking Twigs had to be on this album, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
had to be represented.
I know it hurts.
And something from this album makes more sense because even though it's dark and sexy, the next album is soul crushing, and that's not what the party's about.
Quench that thirst.
This is not what this party's about.
You say
You need to leave.
I say you think about it, 'cause you're the only one who resonates that.
It's got like all of these layers in there, but it's not like overwhelming. It's like these kind of like delicate layers and these layers of bass.
And this is when computer rules. Like, throw one more thing. Throw one more thing. Let's do it. Let's keep doing it.
But really what you're being drawn along by is her vocal stylings and the quality of her voice. So all of that really is dressing to just her natural, like inborn talent.
And everyone has a computer. Everyone can do that with a computer, but nobody can be FKA Twigs. Like, you can't do this thing.
I really think that this might be the sexiest song ever put out into the world.
Over Bare Naked Ladies?
It's
Which
a
will be a
it's
secret
close
track
run.
on this album now.
Yeah. It's so fucking sexy. Every time I hear it, I think that I might be pregnant.
Yeah, and if you listen to it on like car speakers or big speakers, the bass travels through you in like a transcendent way.
And her songs have this thing of being able to be like very horny and heartbroken all at the same time.
Yeah, some people are
and
like...
that's not something dudes can do.
Horns and sad at the same time.
It's the horn line.
My next pick, I think, will beg to differ that dudes can't be horny and heartbroken.
Pick it up, Mike. Pick it up.
I'm going to put this after Let Me Love You because that feels like we are crazy shit-faced dancing our little booties off. And this is a band that sings about the little booties a lot. Sometimes You're Sexy and You Know It.
Yeah.
This is Sexy and I Know It by LMFAO. Some would call them a joke band. They have unironically become... This is one of my favorite songs of the last 10 years. And I don't know when I became this clown, but I fucking love it so much.
I think it's when you started watching Dave on FX.
I think it's when I started going to Miami unironically.
When I walk on by, girls be looking like Debbie Fly.
And when girls start looking at me like
walking
Debbie
down the street and my new freak, This is how I roll. Animal print pants out control. It's Red Bull with the big ass bra. And like Bruce Lee, I got the clout, Girl,
this is my uncle. This is my nephew.
Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body.
Ryan, you have something to say?
No, I'm going to leave it up.
I work out when I walk in the spot. This is what I see. Everybody stops and is staring at me. I got passion in my pants and I ain't afraid to show it. I'm sexy and I know it.
And I think it it would have to be this late in the night for everybody to just open up and dance like they want to with this song.
What I was going to say is that some sort of like Happy or Get Lucky, some Daft Punk or Pharrell song needs to be on here. But what was going to be ours? And ours was, of course, going to be I'm Sexy and I Know It.
Oh, yeah. First of all, there's not a single person on this podcast who isn't sexy. And second of all, totally knows it. That's just our thing. That's just how we roll.
Yeah, most podcasts are ugly chuds, but not this.
It's so fun when those drums come in. Boom,
yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's so weird to enter into a field like podcasting knowing that they're all so ugly and we're just not. We're sexy and that we know it. That is weird.
It's been a burden doing this for 11 years, knowing we're the most attractive podcast.
Well, it's hard not to know if our incredible popularity is just because we're so sexy and confident in our sexiness, or is it because of our amazing podcast abilities, which are also present.
It's why we don't put our pictures out anywhere.
Yeah, that's why.
Taylor, finish out the second round.
Okay, I'm gonna follow the lead of some other contestants in this round and pick something that is very extremely me. So I'm going to figure out where this goes in a second, but I'm going to be putting on J. Paul, BTSTU on this album. It simply has to go on. I feel like it inspired so many other people over this decade. I think I'm going to put it right after Money Machine. I think that's where it goes on this. Yeah. I think that's where it goes on this list.
This is the cat who was like, I recorded an album. You won't hear it for 10 years, right?
Yes, and only released it because someone else leaked it, and he was like, well, I'm never going to finish it now.
Oh, ha! Take that.
Falsetto, don't fuck with me?
Yes, don't fuck with me.
I love it. Guys, we're still recording. Keep your clothes on. It is not time for the Pop Filter orgy. You're crazy.
I will take my socks off whenever I want to take my socks off.
You're going to regret this tomorrow, Ryan.
Why did Greg jump down a hole when he said that?
That's how he escapes orgies.
I feel like Taylor has been a preacher of the J. Paul catalog for a solid decade now.
Yeah, I really do think that I have. I think this song came out in like 2012, and that's the year I heard it. And for many years, it was this and Jasmine, and those were the two songs that you had. And I was already like, this is my guy. This is who I want everyone to listen to. And now there's like, I don't know, maximum 12 songs that he's ever officially released, and every single one of them's good.
And I think every time he says J. Paul, I think, J. Cole? And he's like, no, it's not. But what I hear is J. Cole.
I hear Jake Paul, that really annoying YouTube boxing guy.
Yeah. If it was revealed that they were the same person, I might jump off a building.
That's his biggest prank.
The greatest prank Jake Paul ever pulled.
I think you brought to another playlist. I think it was Straight Outta Mumbai.
Yes,
Jake
I
Paul.
did.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, but that's in like all of my playlists now.
Fuck yes. That's what I love to hear.
His playlists.
Yeah, that was one of the songs that was only released because it was released as a leak, and he was like, I'll just release the leaks. I never finished them. Here you go. And it's better than so many other artists, like full $1 million produced songs.
Alrighty, that is your second round. We're going to take a quick break and then finish this shit out. Hola, Filterinos. I just wanted to interrupt real briefly and say thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. If you want to support us a little more directly, you can go to patreon.com/YourPopFilter. There, depending on what tier you pick, $1 a month, $5 a month. If you're crazy, anything more than $5 a month, don't do that. You can get extra content. There's extra shows, extra series, behind-the-scenes stuff. You could pay for Ryan to draw you a picture. I can write you a poem. You can get the shirts off our very own backs. All of that and so much more over at patreon.com/YourPopFilter. While you're on the internet, you should check out Shady Monk. He does all the tunes you've been listening to. He's on Bandcamp, he's on Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever kids get their music these days that I'm too old to know. Shady Monk lives there. You can probably follow him on Twitter and Instagram as well. That's Shady Monk. Wherever you get music, check him out. Final round of the mixtape. Ryan, it is back to you.
Cassie, I think if I have to, I'm actually going to go, I don't know. Is it crazy to go so far back to go in between Beyonce and Rihanna?
That's
crazy.
Wow. Do it.
It's just that I want this party to start off right. And hold on, let me go through all of them real quick.
It does start off sexy.
It does.
So it's got to be sexy if it's up top.
But are we going to let people know exactly how this mixtape is going to go?
Well, I'm crossing that on mine. Now, this is the official wedding song of this group, and I do know that one of us, Books, has a wedding coming up. Will you also be playing the Obituaries by the Menzingers?
Well, she's not the only one. Caitlin also has a wedding coming up. So both of them should be playing this.
Well, now that it's been claimed tradition, I feel like there's an inevitability.
How else
let
are
me
you
ask
going to
you
make
this.
all your
Are
old
you a-
relatives go, what?
Yeah, seriously.
Are you inviting me and Mike to your wedding? And if so, this song will be played. This is the Menzingers. This is the Obituaries.
But number
Or here
2,
comes-
huh?
Yeah, I think I'm going to put this second.
Vibe be damned.
Yeah. In between Beyonce and Rihanna, you've put
In between
put it.
Beyonce and Rihanna.
I think this behooves the rest of us to now carve out kind of a meaningful space. Like,
You guys can put your songs wherever the fuck you want. I just think that this should be between Beyonce and Rihanna, the place where I would like to live my life.
Ryan has sex weird. That's what this shows.
wait, are we almost there?
Yeah.
But I will fuck this up. I fucking know it. I will fuck this up. I fucking know it. But I will fuck this up. I fucking know it. I will fuck this up.
I will say, too,
I can see how this is the perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all.
Hey, we're realistic.
to McKenna and Caitlin, your older guests will be confused as to why you played this song at your wedding. But I think it's worth it.
And then why, like, several middle-aged dudes all came out onto the dance floor and started screaming at the top of their lungs.
Why are these old dudes crying while they're singing this song? Okay. Perfect song pick. Maybe he fucked up the placement. Who knows? But nobody can deny it. It's on there. Cassie, you're up next. Your last pick.
Okay, so I was gonna go. I don't know what to do if to go for somebody big that should be on this playlist, or now we just putting in like what means something to us, and I think I'm gonna lean into that vibe.
Hell yeah.
So fuck it. I'm gonna put "See You Again" by Wiz Khalifa on here.
There's no way that could not be on.
Gonna happen.
This one's for Paul.
It's for Paul Walker, and I'm gonna put it right before Drake because it is a downer. So I gotta put it.
So now there's twice tonight on this.
So we can have a nice
Yeah.
little song
Yeah.
fest as we walk out to our cars and drive out into the sunset the same way he did.
Everybody shut up.
God, shut the fuck up.
Without you, my
Taylor, shut the fuck up.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Here we go.
When I see you again.
Crying now.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. Without I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place.
I gotta say, it's the perfect song for the Fast series because Wiz Khalifa's like, all the planes we flew, question mark.
We probably did it.
Weird.
That only applies to this one group of people, because most people have never even flown a plane.
We flew planes.
Let alone many planes. That would necessitate that lyric.
And that's what we want to remember. Perfect pick, Cassie. And now it's bookending. I cry at the beginning of this playlist and I cry at the end. And what's a party if Mike's not fucking weeping in the corner?
Yeah.
Caitlin, you're up next.
Yes. Okay, I had a couple bigger artists lined up, but everyone's been so inspiring.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
That's what this podcast is going to go down as for sure.
So, in between Taylor Swift and Carly Rae Jepsen, I would like to put "Rocket Girl" by Betty Who.
Yeah.
I love this song so much. Came out in 2018.
Can you guys talk about it a little?
It features someone, and it's just Bob.
Oh, it features
It's a fun
someone.
one.
It
does
does
So when
something.
you said talk about a little,
Okay, it's Lim
bit.
Mackey.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
is it featuring Mike Romano? I like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm counting down, I'm headed out, chasing a cosmic constellation in the stars. That speed of sound can't catch me now, and by the time you see me, I won't be around.
All right, that's pretty fun. Now, Taylor, you were pretty excited when she mentioned this song.
Yeah. I love Betty Who. I love this song. This is a fantastic pick. Caitlin, you crushed it. And you continue to crush it. This house is a safe space for Betty Who love.
I like it. Seems
Betty
groovy.
Who, I feel like I found this song, or I think someone else told me about this song, and then I kind of went and dived into Betty Who. Betty Who has some great bops, and I feel like I've heard her rendition of "I Love You," but "I Love You Always."
Yes.
Like,
It's so good.
that one, everyone uses that one now, and if you have not looked into her stuff, Betty Who.
Yeah, I think Betty Who is the best artist you never hear discussed outside of the side stage at a pride parade. But she's incredible.
All right, solid pick. Up next is Mac.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna go right after Dougal's newest song, Rocket Girl, and go with a song that I personally love, but also was a little more well known, and that is Paramore's "Ain't It Fun."
I almost put that one on.
Yeah, Paramore feels like has to be on
Has
this,
to
and
be
this
on
is
here.
definitely the one.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan said, please fuck around with the men singers. Everyone went, no. Yeah, I like it. It's groovier than most pop punk tends to be. You can swivel your hips.
Yeah, it seems like it's of a piece with the other songs in the playlist. I like it.
All right, up next we got Greg. Oh, golden ticket for Caitlin. Caitlin, you get a surprise pick.
Whoa, that was unprecedented. Okay. All right. So I guess I'm going to go with one of my bigger artists that we have on here. I'm going to go with Lizzo, Like a Girl.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put that before Frank Ocean, after Carly Rae Jepsen.
Was it hard to whittle down which Lizzo song you wanted to pick?
Yes, but this one.
Woke up feeling like I just might run for president. Even if there ain't no precedent. Switching up the messaging. I'm about to add a little estrogen. Buy my whip, buy my
Yeah, it feels like it'd be an incomplete decade without Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
And a great choice, a great Lizzo choice.
Thank you.
Go, Reg, you're up.
All right, so I wanted to give a shout out to an artist, and very important to this podcast, to everyone on this podcast. It's Sophie. The song is BIP, B-I-P-P. Sophie passed, I think, last year.
BIP, all right.
She died?
She did die.
Yeah,
She was, and
she's
this is not a joke, but it's going to sound kind of like a joke. She was trying to climb up on something to get closer to the moon, and she fell off of it and died.
Holy shit.
In like Greece or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
It's very sad.
Yeah, she had like an outsized impact on music, I think, relative to her own popularity. But she got me into really weird stuff, and so I appreciate her for that.
Sexual.
And this is one example.
This is the perfect pick, I think, for putting on our dance playlist.
And Sophie, that's very true. I'm going to put it between Sexy and I Know It and See You Again, so that See You Again serves as sort
In
of a
remembrance.
send-off
I like that.
to Sophie.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's really good.
Cry. I'm gonna cry at the end of it.
that fucks up what I was gonna do, but I can't stop that now.
Can you imagine Vin Diesel looking over in that car, and in that car is Sophie driving off on that other path as she goes to the afterlife?
Taylor, as our resident Sophie head, is this the song for this kind of mix?
I think for this kind of mix, especially, absolutely. I think it's your choices are either this or immaterial. I think, and I think this is the better choice.
All right, I am up next with my final pick. What? Golden ticket for Taylor. Taylor, what are you doing?
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Ah shit! Oh god! Okay. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna put a song that was like maybe one of the biggest for this decade for me, but maybe not everyone else. It's gonna be "Time Moves Slow" by Bad Bad Not Good. And it is a slower, but very, very, like, I'm feeling it. So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that after "See You Again" and before "Hold On, We're Going Home."
Okay.
I found you at the window again.
And this came out in the last 10 years?
Yeah, this is from the 60s. Absolutely.
Falling in
Reminds me a little bit of Michael Kiwanuka.
like a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Bad Bad Not Good, who are, I would argue, are preeminent jazz modern trio. Of just a bunch of like three young
I love the
dudes.
disdain in your voice when you say that.
Yeah, who get real funky, and then it's the singer of Future Islands featured on this, singing for them.
I was wondering
It's
when
great.
Future Islands would come up.
Yeah, I couldn't decide between the two of these, so I was like, I'll put both of them in one pick.
What a cheat.
I know, but I listened to this song so often, like the day it came out, and you could only stream it through like the Radio 1 Beats radio, and so it had the guy like introing it, and at the end it was like, oh, massive beat on that one.
Love it.
I would just listen to it on repeat. So at a certain point, like it took me a long time to not expect to hear that as like part of the song. But yeah,
And he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Massive beat.
I fucking love that
Massive
song. Massive beat. And then recently, someone made like a sped up remix of that went super viral on TikTok. And it reminded me, oh yeah, this is one of the best songs ever.
All right, it's me with my last pick. I say fuck all of you for leaving Ryan's the Menzinger's choice to drown out there alone in the beginning. I'm a good friend. I'm going to jump on this grenade with him. So coming right after Menzinger's is Hot Shell Rays, Tonight. Let's talk about a song that nobody cares about but this group of people.
This is hot. Isn't it Hot Cello Ray?
Hot Shell Ray, yeah. Chell. Hot Shell Ray.
I always had the extra law.
Law. I don't know how
We
to
all
pronounce
did a
it.
lot of things to this song. This song is responsible for a lot of terrible memories.
And my girlfriend went and cheated on me. She's a California dime, but it's time for me to quit her. La, 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 whatever. La, 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 it doesn't matter. La, 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 oh well. La, 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 we're going at it tonight. There's a party on the rooftop, top of the world tonight. And we're dancing on the edge of the Hollywood sign. I don't know if I'll make it, but watch out.
I'm not going to turn this song down. We're going to hear the whole thing.
Alright, tonight. I woke up with a strange tattoo. Not sure how I got it, not $1 in my pocket, and it kinda looks just like you. Mixed with Zach Galifianakis.
Why don't more songs reference Zach Galifianakis?
Whatever. La, la, la.
Oh, okay. So you came out in exactly 2014. Thanks, song. Thanks for letting us know that.
Song. And that is my last choice because I'm a good friend and can't let Ryan sit there alone. Taylor, it is up to your... I have a golden ticket in my hand and it says it's for Mike. How could we not finish this playlist without referencing Billie fucking Eilish? She was huge this decade. Bad Guy is going in between The Power of Love and The New Romantics.
Good placement. Very good placement.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleeping. You're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees.
Has anybody heard her new album?
I've heard a new album.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's nice.
Similar groovy, dancey, creepy vibe?
Yeah.
No, it's... I don't know. It's like bigger and...
It's croonier and
Yeah.
swingier, and it
she's
relies.
like Lady Gaga-ing.
Yeah, it relies more on her vocal talents, which are
Good for her.
Are there to support it?
I like what I realized is that she is not the Billie, or she's not the Britney Spears of this next generation. She is the Shirley Manson. If you listen to how she sings, she's the Shirley Manson of this generation.
Shirley Manson,
She's garbage.
a person that we all know.
Yeah, it's garbage.
She's the lead singer of
Get
Garbage.
that.
You guys should go fucking listen to Garbage.
Why don't
Not
you go
the
fucking
garbage you're
listen to
used to.
Garbage?
Go listen
It
to
doesn't
Garbage.
sound good, but it is. That's that they were doing something with the
The-
name.
Name belies the talent. All right, that's my secret golden ticket pick. Taylor, round out this playlist. Finish it all.
Okay.
This is the outro? This is it?
Well, he's done the outro song.
I've done the outro.
Oh, right. That's right.
I put the end song. So now
In a
I'm
huge
just slotting
breach
something
of
in.
protocol.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like
I-
really.
I needed to call it early. So what I'm gonna, you know what? I really enjoyed how everyone else sort of carved out their own little segment of the playlist. So I'm gonna put in between.
Only Cassie did, but keep going.
Well,
We all
Yeah.
did.
yeah, no, we all did it. So I'm gonna put in between Bad Bad Not Good and Drake. I am going to put a song by Blood Orange called "You're Not Good Enough," which was definitely my anthem at a certain point. in my
No,
life.
buddy.
Good.
Yeah. Listen, I went to therapy. It was fine. But this song still rocks. I love it very much. And I had to put Blood Orange on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was debating which song. and It's like Taylor handle it. I'm not going to do this.
Same here.
In the play, I see you as you're looking over. Fence in my way. You never could have been a good lover.
We're definitely ending the night sobering up, thinking about what we've done with Taylor Block.
Yeah. I considered putting this up closer to the sexy town. because I think where you put it sort of determines how you feel about this song.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it makes a really good sobering up and a lead in from Bad Man That Good into Drake. I feel like it all flows together well.
It does. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back, recap the whole list, and get out of here.
Well, that is very, very funny. Or very sad, and perhaps now you have something to think about. Or very problematic, and perhaps we have something to think about. But in any event, I'm sure you have some reaction to what you're listening to. So why not check us out on the social media? You can go to Instagram or Twitter and find us at YourPopFilter. Email contacts@YourPopFilter. Hey, everybody, keep watching them movies.
And so we have our mixtape of the decade, the longest mixtape we have ever created. We all got bonus songs. It's a lot of fun. We're going to go
all
out
get bonus
normally. That's fine. We're going to go through.
We did not all get bonus songs.
Caitlin, you're going to say 3 songs and point to a person, and they're going to do kind of a fun mashup of those 3 songs each chunk. We're going to start off. Who do you want to start off with, Caitlin? Start off with books, and then just go in a circle from yours?
Yeah.
All right. So we got the last golden ticket. This is unprecedented. It says, "What a little whiny bitch. Here's your song." Ryan, put it in somewhere.
Oh, yeah. My last song is, of course...
See, I feel somebody who whined about it the whole time would just have it at the tip of their tongue. But
you would think that, yeah.
See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you. I just a chance in my pocket.
Look at the camera, Mike. Look at the camera.
I'm like,
fuck you.
Fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer.
Where's the fucking bracket of pieces of shit in the last decade? That's what I want to know.
I mean, this technically did come out before we existed, but...
Was it 2010?
Oh,
it was
really?
2010, but I guess...
Did you go and look that up while I was playing the song?
But I guess Golden Ticket has different rules. Ryan, where's fuck you going?
It's not going on there. Actually, you know what? If I can, Cassie, I'm going to go...
Way to milk it.
You know what, Cassie? I'm going to ask you to pick this placement, and I'm going to do this. One last song. Cassie, where do you think this should go?
I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies.
Because I got the gold ticket, right? I should use it.
Yeah, for sure. And this is a great choice.
In the torn up town, no postcode envy, but every song's like gold teeth, gray goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room.
All right, Mike, finish off your fucking fascism.
It's so weird to get an extra song and then be a dick about it. Caitlin, list off songs 3 by 3 and say somebody's name, and they have to talk about it. Sing about it. Do a mashup about it.
Okay. Number 1, your first song is going to be Drunk in Love by Beyonce. Following that is going to be Obituaries by the Minsingers. And then Tonight, it's Hot Shell Ray. And McKenna, take over the next ones.
All right. Wait, am I singing the 3 or am I going to the next ones?
President Sense, you're going to the next 3.
All right, first number 4 song is Work, Work, Work by Rihanna. And then we got 2 Weeks by FKA Twigs. And we're finishing out this sexy little section with That's Just the Way You Make Me Feel by Janelle Monáe. Taylor, you get the next 3.
All right. With number 7, we have The Power of Love by Newfound Glory. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. And The New Romantics by Taylor Swift. That's not a good impression, but that's how the song makes me feel. Mike, why don't you give us the next 3?
Of course, everybody goes Rocket Girl by Betty Who at number 10, and then Ain't It Fun by Paramore. I don't know those songs, and this is crazy, but Call Me Maybe does come in at 12. And then that's like a fun little bop section. And Greg, you're going to take it away next.
Number 13 is Like a Greg by Lizzo. Number 14 is Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. And number 15, the golden ticket from our friend Ryan is Wish Could Be Royals.
Royals.
Ryan.
Oh, and Popcorn Ryan.
Number 16 is Lil Nas X's Old Town Road. Number 17 is Mac Miller's Party on Fifth Avenue. And number 18 is Larry and His Flask's Ebb and Flow. Popcorn chick, Caitlin.
All right. And what number did you end on? Yes, you ended on number 19, of course, which is Money Machine by 100 Gex.
Nice.
After that, it's BTSTU by J. Paul. And then 21st, we got Die Young by Kesha. And Cassie, can you give us the next three?
Yeah, we got Let Me Lay You by Neo, and then Sexy and I Know It by LMFAO, and Bip by Sophie. Throw some music in there. So bip, bip.
Yep.
And Books, take away the next three.
So at 25, we got Wiz Khalifa's See You Again. We're just going to sob our way through the last bit. 26, we've got Time Moves Slow by Bad Bad Not Good. And then expressing how we all feel, we've got You're Not Good Enough by Blood Orange. The final one, Mike, why don't you carry it out?
We are wrapping out our decade party with Drake's Hold On, We're Going Home. And we are, and you should be, drive safe, drink water. You know what? Probably just Uber. Thanks for listening to all these anniversary shows. Thank you for listening to us for 11 years. I assume you all have. Thanks, Dave. We are going to keep creating awesome content. You're going to keep hearing it. This has been dope. I love everybody here. Until then, keep consuming all pop culture because it's the only thing that won't let you down.